Hello and welcome to another game of Dota 2. We have got ourselves the last game of day number 30 for StarLadder Star Series. TCM on the dire side with RoX on the Radiant side. And why is no... Oh, thank you. I was gonna say, nobody is banning something. Why is this going on? But we do have the first ban already going on. And before we jump ourselves really into the draft, I just want to let you know what's at stake for these teams. Because for TCM, this is actually a pretty big match. If they win this match, they will be they still have a couple of games to play, right? If they are in the bottom 4, like the bottom 2 gets dropped down to Pro Series, no questions asked. And so far they're okay for that one, but you can see there's still a chance that they won't be okay for that. And if they're in the 2 above those bottom 2, then they will have to play regulation matches to still be in the Pro Series after that. Like they have to play regulation matches on, against the number 3 and 4 of the Pro Series of Season 5. So you kind of don't want to be ending up in the bottom 4. So that's why we want to see TCM win. RoX, they're fighting for honor. They of course want to make RoX or want to make TCM's life as difficult as possible, and they have been getting some great results with our team lately, as we have of course got them with a new lineup since a week or so, and they have really been having some good results there, as I'm sure you've seen a lot of their matches over the past week up against the top teams and where they were able to hold their own. We're going to be seeing if they can do the same thing here, and we're going to be seeing that on the Radiant side for them. And they have banned out the Nyx and the Bat, with the Coddle still in the pool because the Magnus and the Wisp on the side of TCM being banned out. So will TCM pick up the Keeper of the Light, or will they be picking up something entirely different, as we still of course also have all those heroes in the pool that, you know, the big supports. A lot of people, we actually have seen Shadow Demon being picked up first today before. We still have Darkseers, no Magnuses, but Gyrocopters, Rubiks, you name it, they're still there. TCM, they're actually taking a long time to think about this. But it's still Keeper of the Light. After all that time. After all that time to think about that. Oh, by the way, if you want to check out those scores for yourself, you can do so. You can do that on StarLadder.tv, or basically it is Dota 2, with the 2 written down as a number, .starladder.tv/league. That is where you should be. Let me just say it like that. And we have got RoX thinking about their pickups. Is it going to be one of those combinations, like a Bane Gyro, or like a Life Stealer Rubik, or something like that? Or is it going to be entirely different? Do they want to secure themselves something else? They do like and the Life Stealer and the Gyro. Basil's plays both. They're really taking their time, and of course also they're debating what a TCM would want to pick up with their hero. Like, which one do they want TCM to get? Do they want them to get the Life Stealer, or do they want them to get the Gyrocopter?
Radiant team pick.
And that's going to be the Darkseer and the Phantom Lancer. They want to make sure that TCM is not going to get that Keeper of the Light Phantom Lancer combination. I don't blame them, to be fair. I'm actually quite happy that I did pick that up, as we won't be able to see at least the Coddle Phantom Lancer game. We're still going to see a Phantom Lancer game, though. Though I have to say, like, RoX, they are a team that, like, I didn't really know them all that well. They started, I think the first game that I casted from them, they were still called Chlamydia, but okay.
10 seconds remaining.
But then they got picked up by RoX, and the first game that I actually saw and remembered them, this was a different lineup though. Basil's was still in there, of course, and Joel and Harniv as well, but Dread and Sharvik weren't. But they were playing a Alchemist and a Life Stealer, with an Alchemist with a Blink Dagger first item solo mid. Life Stealer invested in there, and they won against Fnatic. So they were a very aggressive team with heroes that I didn't think would be that aggressive that early on. So I'm kind of hoping that their Phantom Lancer is also one of those that we're going to be seeing being very active early on, because otherwise, you know, yeah, you know, we all know. We're going to have Gyrocopter and Shadow Demon being picked up by TCM, so that's going to be their carry still. And it does make sense, of course, if the Gyro gets picked up on his items fast enough, he will be able to kill off the illusions from the Phantom Lancer with the Flakman. With the Shadow Demon there, I'm quite surprised to see the Shadow Demon there, as I would actually have the Bane as a more favorable, just for that Flak Cannon and the Illuminate still to go through. To be a little bit more flexible on the timing, but a Shadow Demon makes sense against a Phantom Lancer, so that you can create illusions from his illusions, and your illusions will create illusions, and it will be able to push the entire lane back if you're lucky enough with the procs, of course. It's only 7% proc rate, I think. So that's why they pick up the Shadow Demon instead of the Bane that we normally see with that combination. And the Rubik's still being picked up by RoX. So that's no surprise. A solid support for them as well, as otherwise if they didn't pick up a support, we would have to see TCM banning out a lot of supports. Now, if you look at TCM's lineup, you see that they have basically a tri-lane complete, so you know that they still need 2 solo laners. And that's what RoX is going to be banning out. If you look at RoX lineup, you see that they have got a dual lane and a solo lane. So they still need to pick up a mid lane hero for themselves. And they have to be careful with not banning out too many mid lane heroes, because the first pick does go to TCM. So if they are a bit, well,
10 seconds remaining.
I lost my train of thought. Yeah, but if they're a bit too picky on all those bans for the solo lanes, then they will, in the end, force TCM to pick out the solo lane that they want to pick up themselves. That's the one I wanted to say. But we'll see. We have got the Brewmaster being banned out, so there's one solo lane, and a Lone Druid is going to be the other one. Maybe even we're going to see Klings. It really depends on what RoX is expecting, is if that's going to be an aggressive tri-lane or a defensive one. And if that's going to be an aggressive tri-lane, they probably want to pick up another support for themselves. Maybe even the Bane for themselves. It wouldn't even be too bad. Of course, there's some RoX still chance for a jungle hero as well. If they want to pick up a Chen or an Enchantress or even an Enigma or something like that. Puck is going to be the ban out for TCM. And that kind of means that we're probably going to see a Queen of Pain ban out as well. Or otherwise TCM is looking to pick that up. And let's see if RoX is going to allow that. Kind of depends on the last ban from TCM. So RoX is probably not going to ban it right now, but it's going to wait until to see what TCM bans out last, and then they can decide on that. Clockwork is going to be the one, so this might be a life stealer still coming the way of RoX. If they want to go for a solo laning life stealer, solo laning Phantom Lancer on the bottom lane perhaps with an aggressive tri-lane top. We've seen that before. We've seen about 2 carries before. And RoX is actually a team that plays a Clockwork as a support. That's the only team I've seen do that so far. TCM last ban out incoming. Is it gonna be the Queen of Pain? Or is it gonna be something entirely different? Maybe even the Storm. I mean, both Storm and Nature's Prophet are still in the pool. Bit of globalness. Is that a word? Globalness.
5 seconds remaining.
We'll find out. Oh, it wouldn't be bad on either team. Reserved them actually for this last ban. It's a Nature's Prophet still. So Queen of Pain. Now I was gonna say, RoX knew exactly what they should be doing. And that's gonna leave Storm still in the pool, of course, if they really want to pick that up. But it's an expected ban. If TCM doesn't ban out, RoX will. It's that simple. Of course, we still have the Windrunner and the Beastmaster and every other mid lane. I mean, even the Templar Assassin might be able to be good. Like, a Queen of Pain, you pick her up because she can be aggressive fairly early on. If you want to have another mid hero that can do that, well, actually, they're probably gonna wait with picking up their mid hero right now until RoX has showed a bit more of their lineup, because maybe RoX is. Oh, no, still Storm Spirit. Never mind. So as expected. Well, the heroes that I mentioned either banned or picked. Storm is going to be their one. Global. Now RoX. Are they going to go for another support? Or are they going to pick up their mid laner already? Now they already know they're going to be up against a Storm. And the thing about a Storm is that, you know, he's fairly harmless until he's level 6. So we might see something like also a fairly harmless hero. Like something that normally can't really survive the mid lane that much. We might even see a Night Stalker. I would like to see a Night Stalker. Previous game, by the way, RoX played a Pudge. It didn't really work out, but who knows, right? Well, the Shrek is going to be picked up by RoX, so that's still going to be their tri-link complete with the Split Earth, followed up by the Telekinesis. Other way around, of course. Telekinesis first, the Split Up to follow up on that one, and of course the Lance also extra burst damage, and it's not going to be an aggressive tri-lane, I think, but if they're up against an aggressive tri-lane, they're not going to be completely helpless. But it all depends on the last pickup from TCM. Like if they're going to go for an aggressive tri-lane, they could put a Life Stealer up on the top lane. They could put the Clinks on the top lane. You know, those kind of heroes. There's still a bit of a carry that can have some own survivability. One with the Invis, the other with the Rage, etc. But if they're gonna go for a safe lane, trial lane, and then go for a long lane, then they might be wanting to pick up something like a Windrunner or Beastmaster. Beastmaster actually would be quite nice with the roar. You have to actually find out which one of the Phantom Lancers is the right one to actually get the roar right. And the thing is, there's already Rubik on the side of RoX, of course, and a roar is a pretty easy spell to steal. Unless Rubik is the one that gets roared. But let's see what TCM is gonna go for. Taking their time. There's only 15 seconds left now, or now, basically, in their bonus time. And that's already their bonus time, so that's all they have. And they're still a life stealer, so a bit of sustainability for him. And there will probably be an aggressive trial lane then. Might even be 2 dual lanes, but that's not really what I'm expecting. Last pickup incoming for RoX. You can't really pick a Pudge anymore. But you can pick a Tiny. Now the reason you couldn't pick a Pudge anymore, by the way, is of course Lifestealer is a bit of a counter towards that Pudge. Because you steal a percentage of HP, and Pudge is a pretty tanky hero. Let's get myself the right overlay. And let's get ourselves a game with a Tiny. Now, I like Tiny, don't get me wrong. But if you're going to be up against a Lifestealer, I mean, he has a Rage. You still be able to get tossed, but it's still not going to be hurting him. You have to get a good start on that Tiny. And we might even see a dual lane mid and a dual lane bottom with the Leshrac helping out the Tiny, because you have got, of course, you have got the Avalanche and then the follow-up Split Earth. But it really depends on if
10 seconds
if TCM is going to be having that aggressive trial lane going on for them.
5 seconds remaining.
And there we go. Let's see. So we're going to be having Quicks playing the Gyrocopter for his team. Raiko is going to be playing the Storm Spirit. Werner on the Shadow Demon. Blueberry Ninja on the Keeper of Light. It's interesting to see. Normally is vice versa. Normally Blueberry Ninja is on that Shadow Demon. There's going to be Go Audio playing the carry, of course, for his team. He's going to be playing the Lifestealer. And we might actually have Quicks on the solo safe lane. We'll find out though. In the meantime, on the bottom lane we have RoX, the team that normally tries to go for a bit of early aggression. Hello, Frosty. It's Elemental Ice Infusion, little Tiny. It's gonna be Sharvik playing the Tiny, so that will be a solo mid Tiny. Or solo, or at least mid Tiny, let's put it that way. Basils will be playing the Phantom Lance, of course. Hardeeve on the Rubik, Dread on the Darkseer, and that will leave the Leshrac in the capable hands of Yol. Normally it is, I believe normally is Yol Dread playing the Leshrac, but we'll see how that's gonna go.
30 seconds.
We'll find out as we're gonna see a safe lane from them, and we're gonna be seeing if Leshrac is actually gonna be helping out the middle lane or not. Dread is gonna be, of course, moving his way towards the top lane, and if they are expecting an aggressive trial lane, Dread will indeed be on the top lane instead of going into the jungle, which you often see lately, just to make sure that that this guy is not getting complete free farm and is actually forced to last it under his tower. He actually picked up a Blades of Attack as a first one. Interesting to see that, just to make his last hit a bit easier. Basically because he already expects to have to last it under the tower. And this will help him a lot with that one. Gonna be seeing Hardeeve warding a bit. Placed already one on the lane. Gonna be finding out soon that there's indeed gonna be an aggressive trial lane. I mean, there's gonna be a disruption. There's gonna be Lifestealer walking up towards the disrupted target. Illuminate to fly through afterwards. Open wounds as well to guarantee that Illuminate indeed hits. And Sentry Ward instantly. Nice. Nice. And that actually helps a bit with the block as well. We do instantly have a rotation though. We have Hardeeve and Yol going towards the mid lane. And like I said, Storm Spirit is a very, very squishy hero when he's level 1 until he's level 6. Basically because he can't really escape. Telekinesis is going to be there. Drop to the low ground. No, not even. The Split Earth is going to be on top of that though. Avalanche as well. Triple stuns. They should be able to get this. It's a lot of damage to be done, but they can't get him. 26 HP. And they take so much damage from the tower. They can't get it done. That's just a shame, and that's gonna be one lucky Storm Spirit, I would say. He is gonna be missing the first wave of last hits, of course, but he's still gonna be getting the experience. He's gonna be having an okay time. With that first gank now working 3 versus 1, and he walks away with his life. How many people can say that at level 1? Not that many, let me tell you that. In the meantime, it is the Phantom Lancer who can't really find any safe farm either. He's not getting any experience. The lane is completely pushed out, or completely, the lane is pushed out purely because of that, that nice blocking that we saw. And of course, the moment that the counter ward went down, the creeps actually took some time to walk up to the ward that was there from the Radiant as well. So they actually got some extra block from that, I guess, if you can call it that. They do take the stacks of neutrals though, so that's going to be some extra experience for them, but Blueberry Ninja will try to stop that from happening. Actually places a sentry ward just to counter ward any further pools, any further stacks that will be coming. They might even be able to take something with the Illuminate. There we go. And that's going to be taking at least... ooh! That range creep is going to get very rich. Yep. But no last hits. For Basil's at least. But the lane is pushed out, so he's going to be back here, and he is going to be taking the levels here. In the meantime, of course, Dread, he is creep skipping. He is going to be able to do this quite freely until Twix says, you know what, I have a lot of harassment coming out, but he's taking so much from that Iron Shell, he can't really stand up and attack that. Rocket Barrage trying to help out. He cleans out the wave though, so that is something, but it's trouble. It is definitely trouble.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We'll see how that's gonna go. Like in theory, both of those should be fine, but at some point one of the other is gonna dive the other, and then, you know, either it's gonna be a good dive and the diver gets the kill, or it's gonna be a bad dive and the diver dies, basically. In the meantime, Tiny has, well, he's gonna go for the rune. Picked himself up, the regen rune. Oh, I can see it in the bottle too. Wow. Wow. Am I blind or what? Thank you. But yeah, he's doing okay. He's got 11 for 4. Raiko though is 10 for 3. He's definitely not doing bad, especially considering how bad it went earlier on. As we have got the open wounds up on Hardy, but the telekinesis there and Go Audio still. Wernet's gonna take a lot of damage from the harassment. Oh, and that's gonna be Split Earth actually missing on Go Audio, and the first blood goes to Go Audio, taking a lot of harassment from the tower though. Maybe he can actually go down. One more lance would do the job, but can he get it? No, he's actually going for the support, and he gets it as well. And is he gonna get 2? Yes, he is. It is Basil's with a double kill. Can he get a third? Or is Go Audio going to be able to do that? Another Split Earth misses. This is no Cinder and Lishrak. Open Wounds will be able to get a double kill for Go Audio as well. And he actually got the first blood money, but he has to be careful. He is still locked in. Lightning going through as well. Go Audio, he should not die, but he does! He does! That's a tri-lane wipeout for RoX. Though they did pick up the first blood, and they picked it up on their carry. Very important. Now the thing is, of course, I mean, they got 2 kills in return up on their carry for RoX as well. And he actually got all the experience from that as well. But it is still... Losing the carry is quite painful. I don't think they needed to. It was slightly greedy, but then again, now you're going to give up on that kill. I think he should have turned around and went for the Lifestealer instead. But Lifestealer got the chance to pick up a salve and actually use it all. And then got back up and hit Basil's. He is going to try to run for his life. There's no ward up though. This time, no ward. Doppelwalk is going to keep him safe. And it's going to be helping him out a lot. Hardy picking up a haste rune in the meantime. Gonna be here to defend his teammate again. Because of course that was the last sentry that was used. The first one was to counter the ward on the bottom lane. Illuminate, harassing. It's so annoying, and I think everybody knows how annoying it can be to fight against that. Courier, where are you going, Courier? Oh, thank you. Don't scare me like that. Don't scare me. We've got almost level 6 up on Raiko, and he has been having a free time in mid. And you know, this is the easy part to counter Storm Spirit. Wait until he's level 6 and then try to gank him. If you can't do it with 2 extra people on the mid lane at level 1, well, at level 6 you're gonna need at least 5. Well, I'm over-exaggerating a bit, of course. There's gonna be more damage from all those spells. I mean, the combinations from the Tiny are gonna be hurting a lot more. And ow! Wow! I like... You know what, I'm not a big Tiny player, right? So... I think I got like a couple games played, but every time I do play, someone always reminds me, remember, no level 6 until you're level 9. Because no ulti, you know, you pick up your spells first, but it's interesting to see Sharvik actually going for that grow already, just to get that extra damage, just to make the last hitting probably easier for him, and just to be a bit of extra sustainable damage, but it kind of means also that maybe RoX is gonna be... like, normally you wait for Tiny to be level 8 before you do aggressive stuff, but maybe he's gonna try to do it earlier already, but we'll find out. It's interesting to see anyway. As normally you would see only the the ulti at level 9. So we're gonna see another rune, this time an invis rune. If he wants to do something, he can do it right now with an invis. Just showing up on a different lane. There's no way that TCM has scouted out that rune because there's no wards there for them. The ward that they have is right here on the bottom lane. And there's no rune wards at all for TCM. So, top rune now also no longer a ward for the Radiant side. It just vanished. So no more wards for either until new wards are placed. And let's, you know, do that straight away. Blue Bear Ninja doing the job. He walks so slow. Poor guy has not got boots. But then again, it's 6 minutes in and he's a support. I don't blame him for it. Basil's gonna be a 13 for 2. He's not getting that many last hits going for him, as Go Audio has got him 29 for 8. So there's a big difference right there. Oh,
Radiant's middle tower
Quicks
is under attack.
is gonna be already hiding.
Dire's top tower
Seraphik is just gonna walk inside that jungle. Quicks is gonna find out the cooldown coming down. Sharfik is gonna get hit by that. Rock Mirage is gonna still go off soon as well. Or here comes actually Reiko. He wants to go for Dread. He gets blocked by Sharfik though. There goes the avalanche. It misses actually. Hey, Sharfik. He now has to be careful for his own life as well. Are they gonna actually stand here? In the meantime, on the bottom lane, it is gonna be Phantom Lancer that goes down after he takes a kill on the Shadow Demon. But we're gonna follow this because this is gonna be amounting to kills as well. And the bottom lane, the fight is already over. Here they come. Avalanche and toss in the pocket, but there's the Vortex after the Surge, and he goes down! Down he goes indeed. Tower helping out. Now Dread's the last one here, and Dread will be going down as well. No hope. And that's gonna be, we're in a Shadow Demon picking it up. So that's 2 kills going the way of TCM. And more importantly, they picked up the Shadow Demon, or the, sorry, well, they picked up the Phantom Lancer on the bottom lane as well. So TCM getting ahead of this game so far. And pulling up ahead with the gold graph with those skills as well, though of course, I mean, it's not by that much. Experience graph shows it better. Dropping down. Illuminate will fly through. Seeing if there's any supports. It doesn't want to hit the creep wave, of course, because that would push the lane out. And this lane, going the way that it goes right now, is actually helping out a lot for Go Audio. He can actually freely do this, well, freely last hits without having any worry. Never mind, he's still gonna hit that. They're gonna go for this open wound, illuminate, and one more hit. There he goes. The infest damage will do the job. He was just out of range of the sentry ward, but the infest damage did the job. Nice one, indeed. As in the meantime, cooldown coming down. It's gonna be Quicks that goes down. This time, Dread victorious, even though he does take a lot of damage, and is gonna be forced back to base for that one. In the meantime, Hardy sitting in the mid lane. Sharfik, well, he's gonna be trying to help out Sharfik, but Storm Spirit hasn't died yet. He's got 2 assists for those kills on the bottom, on the top lane, and he is gonna be so difficult to kill. And they kind of need to wait until oh, Avalanche. Telekinesis is gonna be there? No. You see Hardy looking for it, but the movement from Reiko is just too much. Hardy is gonna really want to be level 6 to steal that one. And Sharfik actually has to go back out. In the meantime, it's gonna be Yols, also still level 5, almost level 6 though. We'll get level 6 soon. Very, very soon. In the meantime, if we take a look at the supports from the TCM team, we have got the Keeper of Light already level 6. And Shadow Demon level 4, so that's the big difference between those two. Well, the difference between supports overall, a bit even. I'd say. TP's incoming towards the bottom lane, gonna go Avalanche, Toss. Toss is gonna hit actually up on the Keeper of Light. The Blind Light helping out though. Open wounds up by Sharfik, Telekinesis up on Werner still. Some trouble. As the Phantom Lancer still gonna go for that Keeper of the Light. Shadow Demon on the backhand goes down. Phantom Lancer, can he get this? Another Lance is up in a second. We'll be able to land it. Here he goes. Gonna get hit by the Illuminate still though, and there's no escape because there's a Sentry Ward and Audio. He turns it up. Oh wow, toss. A Sharfik, you just realized you just tossed your teammate in though, and that is gonna be Basil's getting Vortex. That Sentry Ward is really hurting him, and he is actually gonna go down. Another kill, Sharfik. Gonna be taking some damage here as well. There goes an infest. Some more HP going towards Go Audio. Rage is gonna open up on Yul. Yul gonna take a lot of damage. Thinking about a split earth, lands it up on Reiko, but only after Reiko picks up Hardy. Avalanche is gonna still be helping out kill off the Storm Spirit. He doesn't have a ball lighting anymore, but Sharfik can't chase him anymore. He doesn't have any mana at all. And that's gonna be Blue Bear Ninja coming back to this as well. So no more go for RoX. As they're now 7 to 8. I mean, they were the ones to start that fight. It was a bit messy though. From both sides, like fighting all over and then, you know, not really able to get away. And losing the Phantom Lancer again, it's so painful. And losing him while you knew that there was a Sentry Ward. He died 3 times to that Sentry Ward. It is so incredibly awkward. We do have Darkseer going down, another skirmish this time. Quick's getting ahead, sometimes the other one gets it, sometimes he gets it. But this time Dread goes down on the Darkseer. And it's going to be Sharfik who is going to be going towards the mid lane once more. Going to be trying to get his level 9 to get his higher level up on Avalanche. In the meantime, Basil's, he's not really getting anything. Let's take a look at the net worth. No real surprise to see this. Lifestealer, he's only died once. And he's almost got his armlet. He's been in 6 kills out of the 9 kills that has been happening for his team. And he's just been farming still. So he's basically had it all. Even without any towers down on the side of RoX, he is very far ahead. With the Tiny being the highest for RoX. Illuminate's gonna hit. There goes the Soulcatcher as well. They want to take him down. They don't get a Vortex up in time though, and Basil's gonna try to get himself out of this place. 4 heroes on the bottom lane for TCM. They want to really take this tower. But here comes the fences. RoX want to try to defend this. Let's see if they can. TP's incoming as well. Who's gonna be the first target? Toss in. Whoops. It's gonna be happening up on Werner. Disruption straight away though. Ball lightning forward for Ryko. Avalanche misses. Werner is gonna be taking the fall here at least, and that's the only one so far though, unless they can still pick up someone, but I don't think they can. So Werner just gave his life trying to give the team of RoX a bit of a distraction. And it worked. And it worked. They used 5 heroes here on this bottom lane only to get 1 kill up on the support. It's really not that great for RoX. They used a lot for that. We have got Dread almost finishing up his mechanism. If they're going to be continuing doing this kind of aggression and actually going for kills like this, then that mechanism will be a very big help. We'll be able for them to just keep on fighting. Of course, we're going to have no Boots yet up on Hardeve. He's got 300 gold. Poor little fella. Boots up on Yol though. He's happy with that. He's not going to run into Go Audio. Thought about it, then didn't. Nah. He just was stacking, of course, as Dread is going to be giving the farm to Basil's, because Basil's is really needing some farm. Look at his net worth. He is lower than the net worth than the solo suicide lane that actually died twice already. And of course he's died 4 times, so Basil's has died 4 times. It's kind of, you know, not good either. But it is still, yeah, it's not good. And they're going to be trying to push the tower with also the illusions. TP incoming though. This is a Tiny looking for an Avalanche. There's going to be a rage up on Go Audio, and he's going to open up a Sharfik. Soulcatcher is going to hit up on a creep though. Avalanche. Toss is going to miss again. Sharfik, infest damage. You're dead. It is going to be Werner that's going to be still landing a Demonic Purge. Basil's might actually still go down from that. He still really wants that kill though. But it's the Lightning that picks it up. And the Demonic Purge still picks up the Phantom Lancer. That's the 5th time that he died Ball Lightning in Le Shrak. Gonna be getting Vortex. Go Audio is gonna try to get an assist, but it's too fast. Ryko picks him up. And slowly but steadily, TCM pulling up further ahead, and now gonna finally take the tier 1 tower, of which they fought over often. And Lifestealer getting the last hit for that. The armlet complete, 17 on the gold. Oh hey Hardy, what you doing there, buddy? Why were you still there, buddy? No boots? Okay. That's a double kill for Ryko, and then this is a Storm Spirit that's starting to get out of control, because he is not died yet. He's been in 6 kills out of the 13. And we're gonna see if Dread can make a different stop. They realize that Quix is gonna TP out. Where's the Vacuum? Vacuum is gonna be in time, but that's gonna be a kill with Dread picking it up. And that's gonna be the mechanism ready also. So that is nice. That is good. They need that. Now the thing, of course, about RoX lineup is that if the game lasts long enough, we all know what's gonna happen. Because regardless of how much Bezos has been shot down, if a Phantom Lancer gets his levels up, gets his farm up still, even though not straight away, as Sharfik, you're dead, I think. Yep, you're dead. But yeah, if the Phantom Lancer still gets his farm up, the game will still be going the way of RoX. Depending on how that Gyrocopter's been doing. And Gyrocopter, I mean, we've not really been seeing him all that much. He has been in, well, no fights, only on the top, and he's been sitting top the whole time.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The whole time.
Dire's structures are fortified.
TP in, Basil's running. But yeah, he's been sitting top the whole time. He's been, of course, in 2 kills, both up on the Darkseer, surprisingly. He's been up on 2 deaths, both from the Darkseer. And we are probably going to see a lot more of him if he continues to farm, because we do see his net worth. Avalanche does, Keeper of the Light. Is he going to go down? 1 more hit needed. Sharfik. Vacuum actually gets it. Cooldown coming down though. Sharfik, that's not worth giving your life for, dude. And Fred surging himself away. Split Earth is still going to hit though. Lightning going through as well. They might be able to get this. Rocket Barrage is going to chase Dread away though, and that's going to be Ball Lightning forward. That's going to be Dread going down. Ryko picking up a medical kill streak. Wants to go for a double kill. Yol's going to be his target. Split Earth is still going to hit, but the Ball Lightning is still there as well. It's 3 stick charges, but he uses it to get away, especially since Basil's comes here. A Lance still hits, but he can't really get a kill with that anymore. And now he's out of mana actually. Basil's not going to decide to chase that one. Too risky. Too much people that can come in. And he's done it before, so probably not the very best thing. Sentry ward here scouting out the ward that's over there.
Haste.
Force a sentry ward to try and counter that Basil's doppelblock. In the meantime, there's Shrek coming in on the bottom lane with a haste rune, top lane radio, rather. Sending Guadio on his way. Guadio going towards the mid lane. Gonna be taking down the ward and gonna be continuing to farm. He's been farming nicely. You can see that. I think he's doing pretty decent for himself. Yeah. Yeah. So we do now have the tiny at the levels of skills where I would expect him to be at level 10. So that is good, but is he gonna be able to get any pickoffs is the question. That is just gonna be it. He's gonna be the one that's supposed to be, you know, the whole theory about RoX lineup as far as I see it is that Phantom Lancer is the late game, their late game ball, right? So they have got the Tiny to make sure that Phantom Lancer gets the time to get that farm up for late game. But Tiny hasn't really got anything yet. Maybe at this point you would already expect a blink dagger, but he's died 4 times and he's looking to die a 5th. Nice infest. And they want to go for more. Hardeeve gonna be dropped as well, because Hardeeve, I mean, the lucky thing is that he's still got him his boots. That's nice and all that, but you're still gonna get picked off. There's already gonna be a Reaver up on Go Audio. DCM's pulling ahead even further. There's gonna be an Orchid soon up on the on the Storm Spirit as well. Epic music starts once more. It's gonna be Yol that's gonna be the target. Cooldown coming down as well. The same thing happens as last time. When this music starts, we want to have something epic going on. Valve! What kind of epic stuff is going on? For people that aren't aware, this is a bug in Dota at the moment that you sometimes hear the laning music real loud. It does stop kind of abruptly, actually. Oh, courier! What the
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Courier? The Radiant courier wanted to say hi to the Dire courier, and the Radiant courier died. Communication for RoX. Oh, so that music was basically to mark the start of an adventure for the Radiant courier, and he found death and then the music stopped. Basically that. We have Phantom Knight still picking up the tower, by the way. So that's gonna be the first tower to go down on the side of TCM. He has to be really careful though, because he's maneuvering into 4 heroes from the Dire side if you look at the minimap. 1 is moving away though, so that's lucky for him, but 2 are gonna come his way, and they know exactly where he is, or at least they think they know where he is. They don't know which one is the real one. He's gonna walk right into them. And where's the disruption? Hello? There's disruption. Werner's still taking a lot of damage. There's Soulcatcher on there still. But it's gonna be Werner that might still go down. Vacuum back in there. Dread helping out. Shadow Demon goes down. It's gonna be Dread that is still gonna get picked off though. Or is he? Iron Shell actually picks up the carrot. They get 2 kills. They get 3 kills. They also get the Storm Spirit. That is an unstoppable streak. That is the first time that he died. With a fight that was actually kind of messy for RoX, but they were ready for it, and they had their Dread still alive. Mechanism, of course, playing a big role in that, as well as the copy that they made from the Gyro Cop. So that's big, because the Gyro is pretty well, level 13, pretty nicely leveled indeed. And Storm Spirit, of course, going down as well. He did pick up the recipe for his Orchid, so he is going to be able to get away with that one. But picking up a kill upon the Storm Spirit right now is pretty big, and we're gonna see that big spike up for the experience graph. Gold graph not that big, but it's the experience graph that we should look at right now. The only downside for RoX is that they can't get anything in return. Like the tier 1 tower top was already down, so normally you would expect, like, if you kill off 3 heroes like that, and 2 of them pretty big ones as well with the Gyro and the Storm, they want to take something in return for that, but they can't, unfortunately for them. Tier 1 tower is still standing on both sides, both lanes apart from the top lane. Not as strong though as it could be, this one being pretty low, but still strong enough to be to not be forced down yet. And Dread picked himself up an ultimate orb. Oh, there he goes again, infested Lifestealer. Dread is infested and dead. And that is going to be the ball lighting. No, Static Remnant being stolen by Hardeeve. He's gonna be getting an open wound up on him though. Split Earth actually misses lightning going through. It is still gonna be the Rubik that's gonna be getting tossed. Charvik trying to help his teammate. He gets a demonic purge up on him though. Split Earth actually once more, and that is gonna be the kill for the Lifestealer. Not worth giving your life for that guy, dude. Nope. No siree. And Dread, of course, being the target at the first one, he couldn't really get away from that. Everybody who will be ganked like that will be going down. Might not be Phantom Lancer, but if they have dust, they will. Oh, Quick's gonna find Basil's. Lancing. Rocket Rush trying to help out. Man fight going off. Where's the Ball Lightning? There he is, and that's gonna be Raiko still picking him up. But still Phantom Lancer getting the kill.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Maybe at some point he'll be big and strong. Picks himself up the level 1 Desolate, Diffuser Blade, rather. Ooh, and the level 2 at the same time? No, just the Yasha recipe. Never mind. Did he pick up both? Which one are you gonna go for? Dude, you can need... Oh, it needs 1k more to get both. We'll see which one completes first in his inventory the moment he gets alive. Gonna get a tier 2. Gonna be pressured. He's not gonna be able to get any defense. Ooh, Ball Lightning in, looking for a way in. Avalanche still hits up on Raiko, but there's no follow-up unless there's a Telekinesis and a Split Earth. Split Earth misses though. And that is gonna be an open wounds up on Sharvik, who already gets him back away. Vortex up on Dread. It's gonna be Sharvik that goes down. Dread using his mechanism. Disruption helps to keep him up for a little while. Split Earth actually follows up on that one. Storm Spirit dying from the lightning from Little Shrek. And Dread able to get himself away. The open wounds doesn't go through Surge. Well, it does, but you know, it doesn't slow you down. So Go Audio not gonna be able to get another kill. Sharvik going down again though. He died 7 times. 23 kills on TCM and 7 of them are on the Tiny. That is not the Sharvik that we know. The hard complete upon Go Audio as well, of course. And we do have the no, it's the Diffuser Blade that combined up first. The Yasha needs one more, so we'll see. We shall see indeed when he gets that one complete. Because for now TCM, they're just farming the Radiant jungle, their enemy's jungle. Making sure that there's not really going to be any extra farm for RoX apart from the farm that comes into their lanes, into their bases. And they just want to try to shut RoX down. Try to make sure that they can't fight, that they can't farm, can't do anything, can't take down towers. Although at the moment they look like they want to take down a tower mid though, but that's why we have Raiko coming in there. And also RoX backing off with that one. In the meantime, the tier 2 is going to be pressured here by TCM. There's only going to be Sharvik here that's going to be trying to defend it by himself. Looks like it's enough for now. Tosses in, just harassment. Avalanche, or Illuminates rather. The Desolator gonna be built up by Go Audio still. Or secretly I'm hoping it's gonna go for Maelstrom, but Desolator, let's assume the logical thing for now. Desolator of course being a great item against a Tiny, who is a fairly tanky hero later on. And Desolator to burn away his armor will be making him even more squishy than he already seems at the moment. Let's just look at that net worth difference. Dread actually being the highest up on there. And Dread was the one that got such a tough time on top. But both Phantom Lancer and Sharvik apparently getting a tougher time. And they just cannot find their farm. Well, they can find some farm, but not the kind of farm that you would expect them to be getting. Little Shrek actually going down. Lifestealer able to get that one. That was again the infested bomb with Raiko. Dread coming in trying to do something, but he can't really do anything anymore. Just clearing out the wave. And I mean, like I said, there's really nothing that you can do against that. There would have even been well, I don't know. They don't have dust with them. It's indeed going to be a Desolator. They do have dust. It would have even been a Phantom Lancer in that case. If they ran into the Phantom Lancer, they would have gotten them as well. And looks like they might be trying to go for Roshan. We do have the BKB being built up by Raiko, as we already have indeed Desolator. Yeah, fortunately. For Go Audio, at least until he has the recipe. It's going to be fairly soon. And Roshan, there's not going to be anything that RoX can do against this. Maybe what they can do is trying to get some extra farm up on themselves. That's the thing that they should try to find right now. Farm. Sharvik should try to find farm. He's such a... The tower is in the nigh range. He's in such a dangerous position right now. We actually have got Quicks going down to the top lane. Nice job for that one. Phantom Lancer picking up a kill, but Sharvik, a lot of trouble. Ball Lightning. He's gonna come in. You have to run now, Sharvik. Raiko picks up the Aegis. And dropping the dust on the floor that he had before. And Sharvik indeed backing out. Tower, still alive, in the nigh range, but no deny just yet. In the meantime, the tier 2 tower on the top is also getting harassed a bit. But you see how careful Basil's is. He's just making sure that he is gonna be safe. He knows that the Doppelwalk isn't giving him a guaranteed safe exit, especially because of all those dusts that TCM is carrying around. So he's just gonna send his illusions constantly to keep the pressure on a bit. To force someone to be there. And they now force Raiko to be there. Who just needs 600 gold before he has his BKB ready. In the meantime, Werner, he's got himself some mana boots. He picked up the dust that got dropped by the storm. So he's got a full inventory now. With Blueberry Ninja also having one dust still. And the mechanism, of course, complete. Could be going for something like a Ghost Scepter. But he has to be really careful if he indeed does that. There's a lot of magical damage also on the side of RoX. I wonder what Sharfik's gonna go for. If he's still gonna go for that Blink Dagger. Because kinda, I feel like he should be going, because this game is transitioning a bit into later game right now, and since his teammate Phantom Lancer is not really getting that much solid farm upon himself, maybe Tiny should be trying to transition a bit more into a bit of a semi-carry for himself as well. Something like picking up a Manta style, or Yasha at least to start with, would be something that would be fairly decent for him. But we'll see if he gets the time for that, and if he's still gonna build a Blink Dagger or not. I mean, if he builds a Blink Dagger, then maybe he'll be able to pick up a bit of heroes from TCM, like Blueberry Ninja or Word or something like that. But it's gonna be really tough at this stage of the game, because these supports, they've got a lot of gold to their name. They have been getting all the tower money, because all the outer towers are already down, so they are a bit more survivable. And one has a mech, the other has an urn. It's all giving some strength, and in the meantime, it's gonna be Raiko that's gonna be dropping his Aegis. But here comes a team to survive it, to help him get away. But the TPs are gonna be there. Yol is, oh, they get away. Oh, but they leave. Their teammate Dust gets popped. Hardy still going down. Shadow Demon getting a double kill. And it's a BKB still ready for the storm after his Aegis went off. How can Shadow Demon get a double kill for that one? Able to pick off the 2 kills. Nice one for him though. But that was of course, I mean, it was Yol that got himself out with the TP. The disruption was on the Rubik to keep him here. And of course they dusted up Basil so that he couldn't escape. He is going to finish up his Manta style next. He's needing quite a bit of gold for that though. He is not going to be able to buy it back either. It's going to be tough because there's no tier 2. This is TCM going for the tier 3. And they have 30 seconds without the Phantom Lancer. They realize that their head start that they have right now, with all that tower gold going their way, that it's gonna be going away at some point if that Phantom Lancer just keeps farming. In the meantime, Tiny still goes down in the bottom lane. He desperately tried to take the tower. Ooh! Siege Creep still makes sure it's not gonna get the knight, so that's nice. But that is Sharfik going down again for the 8th time. He is pretty unlucky with that. Let's see where these two are gonna go. Keeper of Light being faster than the Lifestealer actually here, even with the phase boots. Felt like it. With the Scythe of Ice now up on the Darkseer, so he has some extra control. He can shut down that gyro, and more importantly, he can stop down the Storm Spirit. Why is he popping his dusts? You would wonder, but no, it doesn't matter. Actually gonna get recalled to his team. They're gonna go for it. Infest. Let's see who they can find. Let's see who they can jump on. They know that there's the top Phantom Lancer. They're gonna force him to TP, I think, though. They don't care about him right now. And there's the TP home already, and he picks up his Manta style, so he have that for the next fight. The BKB ready up on the storm as well. Wards everywhere for the dire side. They got this covered. They've got this completely covered. And they're gonna go in. And they're gonna go in up on Dread again. And there's gonna be Dread down before the fight even started. Sharfik can't do anything. Has to back off. Goes down just like the Rubik. And it's a massacre. It's a complete massacre. Buyback from the Tiny. But what can he do right now? Yol can't help anymore. There is still fortification. So they do have that. Here comes Sharfik again. The illusions from the Phantom Lancer still trying to help out. But it's not gonna be enough. Illusion's already going down. And they don't get the tower, so that's good. But they do force out a lot of buybacks. And now with the buybacks dead, if they're gonna be going for this again, they don't have anything anymore. How can they survive this? Ball lightning in, Sharfik, Vortex, Sharfik, dead! No hope for him. Basils can't do anything either. Nice Splitter is still up on the storm, who's completely out of mana. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Disruption. Gonna be making some illusions from the illusion from the Phantom Lancer. Of course, like I said, that is of course a great thing to have. Because you can create your own illusions with that. There goes the melee racks. TCM pulling up ahead, 15k gold in their favor. Experience graph going towards the 20k, and they actually are happy with just that melee racks. They're gonna be letting that RoX lick their wounds for now until they go in, until they punish Basils for coming out too far. There we go, infest Basils. The one that was supposed to be carrying the team goes down without a buyback, and this is gonna give TCM free reign. So go to the tier, to the next Rex, and maybe even go switch to another lane. Nice split earth still, but Joel, they can't go in. He can't do more than that, just those split earths and the lightnings. That's it. That is it. And they rotate towards the bottom lane. Lane is getting pushed in anyway. Why even try to go for the ranged racks? Just try to go for the next tier 3. Toss is still gonna happen. Just harassment though. They can't really kill anybody right now. 30 seconds is what TCM has left.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Fatebolt trying to help out. Giving everybody a bit of less attack damage. Splitter is still happening, but like I said, that's all that Joel can do really. He doesn't even have Edict. Illuminate's flying through, just to force everything back. They're waiting for the next creep wave. Unless they just want to go out. 10 seconds. Might be too little for them to even try something. And they're actually gonna back off. Gonna back off and they TP out for the gyro to farm back on the top lane. And the next time they get a fight like that, if they win it, it's over. And RoX, they know this. So they're gonna have to play it very careful. If they already didn't try to play it careful before. Apparently Sharfik is mad. That's why he tosses people. He is, I mean, Hardeep is gonna be going for a 4-staff. Will be definitely handy, because he'll be able to get away. But, every time again, I mean, everybody just melts. This Tiny, he's got drums and phase boots. 32 minutes, solo mid Tiny. It is definitely not ideal. Not the ideal situation at all. The Shrek picked himself up a Ghost Scepter, but as I said, it's risky to get a Ghost Scepter at this stage against TCM, because the Illuminate is gonna hurt. The Static Remnants are gonna hurt even more. So he has to be really careful. He picked it up, of course, against Go Audio. Let's get real. But it's still, it's gonna be risky. It's gonna be risky for sure. Maybe they're gonna be waiting until another Roshan is up. Only 3 more minutes, 2.5 before it's up. And they're gonna actually smoke up. Gonna be seeing if they can find something. There are some wards up for the Radiant side, so that's good, but you know, they surpass it by this. Storm Spirit already letting himself know, and he's gonna go in. He finds himself Hardeep, who actually had stolen Rage, so he could Rage and TP out, so that's quite nice for him. That's why he felt a bit ballsy and actually allowed himself to farm up in the, on the bottom lane. Oh, Quicks is just illusions that he fought. For a second there I thought he was fighting a real one. And the Storm actually is gonna be going onto the bottom lane. His team not revealing themselves just yet, but they will be revealed soon, because the smoke is gonna run out. In the meantime, on the top lane, Quicks is gonna be caught out. They realize he was there, and he is gonna get dropped. Trying to get himself away, but nice blocks by the illusions, intentional or not. Basil's gets himself a kill. He is at an even kill death ratio, 8-8. Yay. Now the question is, can he do that also? Can he turn this game around? We know Phantom Lance that can. I mean, you know, it can happen. We've seen it before. Question is he gonna be getting it? Level 2 Desolator. A Diffusal Blade. What am I saying? Wait, that's the second time tonight. Sucks. But yeah. Level 2 Diffusal Blade. He's up. Always good to have. And actually, they're gonna go for Roshan. It is such dangers though. Like, TCM, they're very far ahead, and they know that. But if you wait too long, and you know that the Phantom Lancer is farming, well, you might be regretting your delay a bit at some point. And Phantom Lancer is definitely farming, and he can farm, like he's farming lanes and woods and stuff at the same time. He can do that. Let's go. Audio picked himself up the Hyperstone. We already saw that a moment ago, but I didn't really point it out yet. So it might be an Assault Grass, or maybe he's still gonna make me happier and pick up the Mjolnir. Yay! But Assault Grass would be kind of nice. I mean, he's already hard to kill with the heart that he has, but make him even harder to kill. Always good. Always good. Gonna be seeing Quicks with a BKB also now. Gonna be allowing him to go for a BKB TP out. Would be, of course, quite handy, as he has been picked off. I think twice now? Nah, well, I don't know. Almost 4k gold up on Reiko, and they're gonna go all mid. They're all mid. Smoke up for RoX though, also mid. Let's see if they can do something, if they can get an initiation going. They know they can't really fight at their base anymore. And there's going to be a doppelbock, 4-step forward. Going to be fighting Blueberry Ninja. Blueberry Ninja is going to be the first one to go down, but here comes the Infest out. And there's going to be a splitter of BKBs everywhere though. Cooldown coming down. Dread taking a lot of damage. Sharfik, he can't even reach a target to hit, and he goes down before he does anything. Dread is going to get picked up as well, but still a nice Darkseer roll. But it is RoX that is dropping so fast. Joel is the last one alive for his team. Goes down as well. Drops the Gem of True Sight, which is gonna get ignored. No, it's gonna be Blueberry Ninja that picks it up. The buyback still came from the Phantom Lancer that is hanging around here. But he is the only one left alive for his team, and he is the only one that had the buyback. And this could be the end of the game. This could be TCM taking it. They got everything they want. They got everything they need. And they're just gonna go bottom lane. They already have the mid lane. Why bother taking out that ranged Rex? If the creeps do it for you while you push in. And the Hex on the Keeper of Light might not have been the smartest choice for RoX.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
But it was the only one they saw at the time. And of course Raiko just coming in there with the Infest.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
It is not good. And actually, they get the ranged they get the melee Rex and they back off because everybody's back alive again. And I guess that's one of the privileges of having these lower level heroes, because as you can see, the levels are quite ridiculous in terms of difference. And Basils is going to push out the top lane in the meantime as well, trying to force out a TP perhaps, maybe two. Roshan is back up in the meantime though, so that's going to be him going down still. But yeah, that's going to be at least a couple of Rex down. We're in a disruption. We're going to create illusions of illusions. Always nice. Tower still goes down though. So that is something good. Storm Spirit picks up the Aegis and they're going to go again. Ball Lightning up onto Ardiv, who is... I don't know what he was doing there. But he is not a happy guy. Not a happy guy. That ward scouted out that he was going to go that way. In the meantime, mid lane getting pushed out. Quicks finding himself some opponents that are Phantom Lancers. Illuminate's gonna try to clean it out. The real one, of course, hiding. Looks like Hardy was not so hard after all. From the drawings of the minimap. Sharfik just showing his displeasure. He actually is forced to pick up a Ghost Scepter. Not gonna be able to be that carry for his team that he so desperately needed to be. Wards. Same wards and a sentry. Well, if that's not coverage, then you know, I don't know what is. But it's the top lane that they are gonna go for. Scythe of Vice up on the Storm Spirit right now. With Blueberry Ninja. I mean, the support even getting a sheep stick, right? That's the state of the game. Toss in for Dread. Let's see if they can take it. You see the drawing on the minimap. It's from Basils. They know that TCM is coming in from the top lane. Question is, can they do something against it? They're gonna come in from the side, but they're gonna find Blueberry Ninja again first. This time though, an egg for mine. Here comes a BKB still. Cooldown coming down. It is gonna be Sharfik that gets picked up as the first one. Dread and Basils and Yol are gonna be second, and the only one surviving is Hardy, who is trying to TP out, but it won't be able to do so. Godlike Reiko, godlike Go Audio, and that is a GG well played going the way of TCM. The TCM take themselves 3 extra points, and like I said at the start of the game, something that they desperately needed to have, because they need their points to try and still get not dropped to the Pro Series. Of course, RoX is already quite safe for that, so this loss doesn't really mean anything to them, but this win for TCM means a lot to them. This was, by the way, the last game for StarLadder Star Series. Day number 30. We'll be back tomorrow with StarLadder at 4, so 1600 CT time, 4 PM. We're gonna be having 6 games tomorrow, including Navi, Empire, Mouse Sports, Power Rangers, 3D Clan, Foda, 3D Clan again. There's a lot of people, a lot of games. So tune in tomorrow. Make sure you do that. And also, I am gonna be playing a different game, which you might want to check out as well. So I'm gonna do that, and be right back. I'm gonna play some commercials regardless, so stick around to support me for that regardless. And I can tell you that at this moment there's no competitive Dota going on, unfortunately for you. So you're gonna have to wait until 6 a.m. in the morning CET time, because then the G1 League Asian qualifiers are gonna be continuing on. Anyways, let's jump ourselves out of this game. Stick around regardless, and I'll be right back.